Today we have a day of harmony. Venus, our planet of love and money. Mars, our go getter, always up for the challenge to move forward. And Jupiter, well, the cards want to get going. And Jupiter, our planet of luck and expansion, are parallel today. And this can easily open up doors and bring in new adventures. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies. And together, we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, of how to utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and welcome to your daily focus for July the 4th, 2023. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Let's start with the numerology. Today we have a 4 energy. So the 4 energy is about getting our ducks in a row. It's about building firm foundations. It's about getting things in order. It's about bringing in balance. It's about home and family. And if we look at the numerology of the day, we would do a 7 plus a 4 plus a 7, which is an 18 energy. That's your heart center. That's your inner child. And that's about feeling that balance inside. That feeling of contentment, that feeling of confidence, that feeling of love for yourself, for others, for your environment. So it's tapping into that inner child today and understanding what truly makes us happy, feel alive. 1 plus 8 is a 9. The 9 energy is, yes, about completions, and we are in full moon energy now, so 9 is beautiful energy to work with for the day. Because as we want to go forward, because I think today with the parallel of Venus, Mars, and Jupiter together is going to open up new doors for us. And we may see right away why we can't just step into that door the way we want to, that pathway, that new opportunity, that new relationship. Something holds us back. And so the 9 energy is about clearing the path so that we can invite in the new experiences. So what is the clutter? What is the hurdle? What pulls you down? What makes you shy away from that? Are there things that you need to take care of, put a completion on, an ending to, maybe heal from before you can really step through that door? Sun is in Cancer. Moon is in Capricorn as we wake up in the morning, but shortly after lunch, the moon will move into Aquarius. And really, that's a beautiful energy to connect with everything else. So as the day moves forward, so does the beauty of the day. Okay, Venus, Mars, Jupiter parallel today. And so we have large appetites for love, for joy, for pleasure, for adventure. It's a very fertile, creative, kind of a go-getter kind of energy. And that could be within our relationships. That could be within our business dealings, new opportunities, our learning experiences. Under this energy, we could find ourselves maybe stretching the truth a little bit, but our intentions are good when we do. So chances are we're not sabotaging ourselves or our efforts in doing so. It's a time to ready ourselves to new possibilities. And we also are making the best out of current situations. We feel this pull, we feel this tug to create, this very fertile energy asking us to create. So relationships, group atmospheres, just a couple of friends getting together this afternoon and this evening raises this energy even higher, okay? Because the moon will be in Aquarius. So get out there and create and have fun. You know, maybe go to a painting class or, a yoga class or something and finding some joy and being around other people. And maybe you're creating the new you in the process. Maybe you're creating your knowledge in the process. Let's turn to the cards. Our shadow card of the day is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands says we have got way too much that we are carrying forward with us. Our steps are very deliberate. They're very strained. It's hard to take each step. We're burdened down with responsibilities, with obligations, with things that we shouldn't be carrying forward with us, and yet we do. So, if we want to take this card literally, we need to stop. We need to take that bag off of our back and we need to sort out the wands. And if we sort out the wands, we'll start to see that some of them have great growth possibilities and others are deadwood. Okay, so we need to look at lightening the load, just like the 9 energy says, to clear the pathway, to get rid of the clutter. Maybe the clutter is in our external worlds, maybe it's in our mind, maybe it's in our heart. Our first card is the 8 of Wands, though. Now, the 8 of Wands is, looking at broadening your horizon, of seeing how much more there is to do. How much more of an adventure is out there? How many more opportunities are out there than you're allowing yourself to see at the present moment? This is a time to go exploring to what is out there for ourselves. We want to step into our creativity, but we also want to tap into our potential under this energy. And we can't tap into our potential if we haven't tried things. Right? That's how we learn that we like something, right? Here, try this. And you're like, I never had that before. I don't know. But you find out that it's wonderful. Maybe it's something to do. Maybe it's something to eat or drink. Or maybe it's the aroma that you've never experienced before. But in many ways, not in some ways, in many ways when this card comes out, it is about expanding our horizon to accept in so much more, to gain a passion or an enthusiasm, to understand what your potential truly is, and knowing that you've just scratched the surface, knowing that there's so much more to bring out, even more potential, more creativity, more momentum. We have the Tower card. Well, the Tower card is about awakening. Sometimes if we are not wanting to face, right, we want to dance all night, but we don't want to pay the fiddle maker. So anyways, this card is really about, if we put it on the back burner, things can happen in our life that will really seem like a detriment, will really seem like it's a challenge. And I want you to look it in the eyes, okay? Don't look away from it, because it's something that you've pushed back and you should have addressed a long time ago. And now you're kind of kicking yourself a little bit because, why didn't I take care of that when I had the chance? Now it's a real mess. Now it's a hornet's nest. Whereas if I would have just taken care of it 2 or 3 months ago, or maybe a year ago, maybe 5 years ago, whatever the timeline is for you. So, and look towards those kinds of things and resolving them on a day like today, so that you are not taking it forward. It's so much harder when they get to make the game plan for how we are going to allow this energy to leave, this obligation, this responsibility, this way of doing or being. That is actually putting us in a detriment rather than moving us forward the way we want. And we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Now she's in the 3rd position, so I'm gonna go a little bit with a little bit of spontaneity. Won't hurt us too much. Okay, I am definitely one of those card readers that, I just love you to tell you to just start skipping down in the middle of the sidewalk, throwing rose petals around, just saying, isn't life grand? And the unicorn appears and you go for a ride on a magic carpet, whatever it might be. But I like to ground you, and I like you to think through. Okay, there is always a small window for serendipity to come into our life. This could be the kind of energy that would allow serendipity in, but we also have to keep ourselves in check. Remember, I said we might stretch the truth a little. Maybe we're trying to convince somebody to join partnership with us in some way, on some adventure or some opportunity, some project. And you really want their help, so you kind of stretch the truth just a little bit to get them more enticed, right? So this is what can kind of happen here. You kind of have to look long term. You can't just do something and then just hope for the best. even though this card makes us a little bit more spontaneous than usual, we still want to take that breath. We still want to think it through just a little bit, have a little bit of understanding that action, those words, and where does it lead us because of those actions, those words. Where could it possibly lead? Okay, but this is a highly spiritual card as well. So it's time to talk to God, your angels, your guides. It's a time to sit in quiet contemplation. It's a time to meditate. It's a time to pray. It's a time to ponder over different ideas that you've had on how to move forward, of some of the things that you want to invite into your life and how you can make it so. And chances are, because we are under a full moon energy, we will also see immediately what is stopping us from doing that. And we can start to work on that part of us. Maybe we're shy. Maybe we just, we've never had to put ourselves out there before. And this is telling us we got to. And so get into some kind of counseling or read a self-improvement book to grow your creativity, to grow your strength, to grow your confidence, to grow your self-esteem, to grow the love you have for yourself, to get rid of anxiety. Okay, if you go to my site, tilly.today, you will find some books. I'm getting in the process of uploading some more. Price point has not changed yet, but it will probably within a week or so. Okay, just to give you a heads up, I made it very well known to everybody that when I was doing the site, that as a thank you for putting up with me for years upon years upon years, and now finally, getting somewhere, finally, having time to make a site, having a time to travel and doing different retreats and readings and writing books and all that. It's always been there on the shelf waiting for me to pull it out and start doing. And I thank you for being a part of my journey until I could get situated. And so I kind of priced everything, on the low side so that you would be able to take advantage of it. The people who have stuck beside me through this whole time. Anyways, let's go to an oracle card, shall we? And this is Nature's Whispers. Catch your breath. 15. Catch your breath. Sometimes we just need to breathe. Sometimes life just goes too fast. We need to just put on the brakes. Say stop. Take a break. Enjoy a quiet period. This time can be used to regroup, recover, stabilize yourself. It's wise to keep in mind the fact that this is for a limited period of time. You are pausing to regain your footing. As you evaluate your environment, check to see if you need to clear any ill will with anyone. Ask for forgiveness and be willing to forgive as necessary to move forward. Enjoy this little downtime. Acknowledge the importance of recharging your energy so that you are refreshed and ready to tackle life and any challenges that come your way. Many times when the moon becomes full or the moon becomes new, we find ourselves extremely tired. The 48 hours leading up to it and the 48 hours after can be a very tiring time, depending on how you react to the moon phases. But if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling like you need to take a time out, then do it. Okay, I remember, so I was a single mom. Nobody ever came and got my kids for weekends or anything. Nobody gave me any money to help support them. And so I was kind of limited. I was working full time, 2 of them with autism. And sometimes it was overwhelming, to say the least. And I remember, every so often I would say, I would do something. I go, oh, I spilt the milk. I said, I got to put myself on a timeout. Mommy was bad. And I said, I'm just going to go into the bathroom. The door's going to be open a crack, but you can't come in and visit me. You can't talk to me because I'll be on a timeout. And I'd fill that bathtub with hot bubbly water and a little glass of wine sitting there, a little tea candle light lit up, and I would just breathe. Sometimes I wouldn't even drink the wine. It was just the fact that, it was a rest period. It was a timeout for me. So sometimes you can only get in 5 minutes. Sometimes you can only get in 10. Sometimes you can, do it for an extended period of time. 2 or 3 days, you take the weekend, you run away and just, close off, forget your phone. Forget your phone, forget the laptop, forget that there's even a thing called a television or a computer, and just enjoy yourself and get connected with you again and recharge your batteries. So it's important to mention, if you're feeling like that, to honor that feeling, okay? It's honoring our inner self. And if our inner self is saying, I'm whooped, then please take it. Because I also know the pushing and saying, I can't stop, I have to show up for work, I have to get the kids breakfasts ready. There is no second person coming in here to do this for me or help me out in any way. And sometimes, just pushing myself usually ended up in the emergency room with them giving me last rites and wheeling me into surgery. So your body will eventually just say, no, I can't do it anymore. And plus, and I don't mean to offend any doctors out here, but if you're a woman and you're going in to the doctor and you're saying this hurts or that hurts, you usually get a little pat on the head. No, honey, it'll be just fine. In fact, one time I went to the hospital for 3.5 months. January the 2nd, I went for my first visit. I think it was sometime in the middle of March. Okay, they started taking me seriously. Why? Because I coded. They finally said, oh, maybe there is something wrong with her. And then what a mess I was for like a year of surgeries after that. I'm pretty sure that a few people might have lost their job because I consistently showed up at the hospital. But I was also trying to be a very positive person because I couldn't let go of that positive too much because I needed it in order to survive in my life at the same time. So, okay, our animal of the day is the deer, the love. The deer shows up about love, loving yourself, loving each other. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Tell yourself, I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to feel strong. Maybe it's just a thing of balancing your chakras. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have a video out there somewhere of the chakras, or on my website or something, because I know I've addressed it many times. But your chakras are your turning your wheels, right? Your main points. And if they're not working effectively, you can't work effectively. If you're feeling down, if you're not loving yourself, then how are you going to give love to somebody else if you can't even love yourself enough to take care of you in the proper way? So, anyways, I'm getting a little off topic. The deer is about love. Okay? Be gentle with yourself. Love yourself. Tell yourself you've got this. You can do it. You can prepare for that new opportunity that you see today. That aha moment, that epiphany perhaps. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.